and welcome to our special NCAA Championship preview on the Owls Media Network. My name is Teddy Steinberg. Joined by me today is cross-country head coach Dan Roark and junior runner Tyler Bolaske, who just qualified for the 2025 NCAA Championship with his third-place individual finish at the East Regional this past Saturday. Guys, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so Tyler, we'll start with you. You've set so many PRs this year. You won the LEC. It's really racking up. Third place finish at the regionals. What do you think have been the biggest keys to your success so far this year?
Honestly, just consistency. Consistently, putting in a lot of miles every week. Consistently, putting in good workouts. Since early May, I've just been running a lot of miles week by week, and that's just it's added up. So, just being consistent, staying healthy has been probably my big thing this year.
I mean, Coach, what have you seen out of Tyler this year?
This year, and since he's got here, he's had so much progress, so much potential, and we knew that when we first saw him that he was going to grow and get fast. We didn't know what his ceiling is. He's definitely done things that have surprised us, and it's been a lot of fun to watch.
And real quick, we have to touch on both the LEC championships back to back. For both of you, what did it mean to have 3 of the top 5 and to defend last year's crown?
It was really nice. One of Griffin and I's goals was to go 1-2 at LECs, and to actually have done that was really, really cool. I remember I finished the race, I turned around, I saw him, coming in for second place, and I just it was a great feeling. And winning the LEC back to back was a great feeling as well, because that was one of the goals that we had as a team, was to defend our title.
And you've proven this year that you can compete with the elite runners. What do you think it will take at the NCAA Championships to do the same?
I definitely think I'm gonna have to just go out there and try to be competitive straight from the gun. I mean, last year the race went out really, really fast, and it takes a lot of mental strength to be able to keep up with that really hot pace and stay up there with those top runners. And I think that my performances at big meets Con College, at regionals, I think I'm ready to take on that challenge.
I think one of the things that we've seen the last 2 seasons is Jake Velasquez, setting the path a little bit the year before. Tyler has run at the Con College, or Tyler's fastest time this year is the same as Jake's fastest time last year at the regional, same course. They ran pretty much the exact same time. Which they are 2 different runners, but I think that can definitely give Tyler some confidence to think that he has a chance to be an All-American in a couple days.
And are there any certain types of preparations or any different type of planning that goes into these end of the season meets, especially at this level?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely taking my training a little more easy. I'm not doing 2 workouts a week. I think I'm doing just one workout a week, and I'm taking my runs a lot more easy, less mileage. Because I already had came into the season with such a good base, and a lot of the main training is already kind of done. Now it's just about staying healthy and being fresh for the national meet.
Of course.
The hay's in the barn.
Hay's in the barn.
And speaking of preparations, it's going to be down in South Carolina. It'll be a summer-like feel, obviously a lot warmer than up here. Is it different running in warm weather in this time of year rather than the cold weather we have up here?
Well, this time of year, I don't know. I mean, this will be my first time being in a state that's almost 70-degree weather in mid-November. But during the summer, I did a lot of heat trainings. I was doing a lot of my runs when it was really, really hot outside. So, and I feel my body's pretty adaptable to the heat. Home invite, I remember being pretty hot, and I was able to handle that pretty well. So, the weather, I'm not really worried about the weather at all.
Yeah, right now the forecast is 76 and rain. But at our home invite, it was there were people that were passing out for the heat, so it was a hot one. I think we've seen it all this season, whether it's hot weather, whether it's rainy weather, whether it's cold weather. I think Tyler is pretty adaptable, and he'll be able to race. If it's a monsoon or if it's 110, I think he'll be good, ready to go.
And Coach, now this is the 3rd individual male runner you've had qualify in the last 4 years under your leadership, and including the woman who've had one every single year. What have you learned from the past experiences, and is there anything that you can draw from year to year, even if you have different individuals?
Yeah, I think it's easy when they make me look good. But the athletes are putting in the hard work. They're doing a really good job. I think one consistent things between all of those runners and the couple I've had that qualified before I was at Keene State. They've trusted the process. They've done a real good job. They trust themselves. They trust the training, and they put it together. I think talking a little bit about what Jake did and what Maggie have done, and Jake Pearl, and some of these people, even the people that I didn't coach that have a historic Keene State cross country track and field. We have people we just had the 1975 team on campus. They were sixth as a team at NCAAs. We have a great history, and I think all of that you learn a little bit. You take a little bit about all of that, and then we kind of put it and be like, hey, Tyler, you're putting on a Keene State jersey, and it's something special. I think people have done special things. So there's a lot of different things you can take into it. But I think the history and the foundation we stand on makes it a little bit easier wearing that Keene State jersey at the NCAA meet.
Awesome. Well, congratulations once again. I'll ask one more thing. I hear there may be some teammate support on how to get down there. What does that mean, and how have you seen the culture evolve over time here?
I do really appreciate it. Like, my teammates they've been talking about like driving 15, 16 hours up to South Carolina to go watch me race, and I have a couple other people thinking about flying, and I do really appreciate it a lot because I didn't ask anybody to go watch me race. Like, I'm not gonna go ask someone to drive all the way down to South Carolina. So they're choosing to do that. So it just I really appreciate them going taking all that time to go watch me race. It's it's a good feeling knowing that I have teammates that are willing to do that for me.
I think it's a rite of passage as well to make the trip to a cross country meet, but I think that also speaks to the character and the person that Tyler is, that they're willing to be in a car for 16 hours.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
That will do it for this Owls Media Network special NCAA Championship preview. You can tune into Saturday's race at ncaa.com. It will start at 10 a.m. Be sure to visit keenowls.com and our social media channels at Keene State Owls to stay up to date on all the latest KSC athletics. Once again, my name is Teddy Steinberg. Have a great day.